Hello everybody, it's Ryno, and I am here today outside of Disney's Hollywood Studios. And if you clicked on this video because you already read the description, then you know what you're here for. It's another, I guess it's called Tap House Talks now, or Baseline Babes. I'm still not sure, still not settled on the title. I think I've been overwritten on Baseline Babes for Tap House Talks. So I don't know, it's one of those things. I've got a very special guest who's gonna meet me over there today, and I'm excited for you to see who I'll be conversing with. I, again, like in the last video, have not told them the conversation that we're gonna be having, and I don't even know that I 100% know it myself. I think we're just gonna feel out the moment, feel how we are, and just enjoy a little chat, enjoy a little beverage, maybe a snack at Baseline. So come along and join us, won't you? Before I dive in and get this started though, I'm gonna remind you that this and everything that we do here is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. When you book with them, it costs you nothing extra on your trip. You help support the channel and all the content that we produce here. So check them out, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. This camera's heavy. I hate holding it like this. I hate talking to it like this. I feel like there's gotta be a lightweight, wide angle option that works well. If anybody knows out there, please leave that in the comments. I don't mean to be ragging on the equipment or anything like that, but this is a zoom lens with a DSLR camera, so I don't have the upper body strength like one Mr. Craig Williams does, so I'm a little shaky. You can see me as I'm walking right now, just like, whoa, whoa. You know what'll help? Baseline, baby. Wow, that was real classy. We made it over to Baseline, and as you can see here, it is a very busy day, but we managed to snag one of the picnic tables with my very special guest.
Hi there. How are you?
Us, the wonderful Deni Sunderly.
So glad to be here with you, Ryno.
I know. Isn't this weather wonderful today?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a little taste of fall, and I'm here for it.
I am excited. Thank you for doing this.
Hey, thanks for asking.
I am going to go jump in the line because I see we have ourselves a line around the building.
Sounds good.
And I'll return. You hold down the fort.
Sounds, will do. I've got it.
We have ourselves our delicious little charcuterie board, which I still think is like one of the best values on property.
Absolutely, it's a steal.
And then Deni, what did you get?
I have the strawberry hibiscus soda. It is refillable, and I believe it's only $4.59, I believe.
Yes, yeah, I believe you are correct. And who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure you are because I read the price while I was in there, but I went with the Stone Delicious IPA. It is I believe the highest percentage. I think it's like a 7.7 ABV. It's a little bit bitter, but today I was feeling a little anxious and I was like, you know what? I'm going for the big boy today.
Go for the gusto.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a cheers.
Cheers. Ding.
Here we go. Yeah, so the weather today in Orlando, Florida is like a high of 73. It's glorious. The humidity is so low, basically non-existent. And I was out last night to soak this in, and I'm so happy that we're here outdoors at Baseline Tap House because I feel like this is such a great place to enjoy great weather.
It is, absolutely.
So I don't know, maybe we could talk a little bit about like some of the best places. What do you like to do?
Oh my
I mean, we're annual pass holders, so obviously we get to run around in the park like crazy, right?
Yep.
So like, I don't know, what do you do when the weather's really good? I assume you're like thinking, like, my first thought is to be like, oh, it'll be good in the park today, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's so refreshing, and as annual pass holders, let's just say from the jump, we don't have the pressure on us that people who are here for only a finite amount of time have. So you and I can kind of roll in and live our best lives, knowing we can come back tomorrow if we want to. Yeah. But in my mind, when it gets cool like this, it's lovely from the word go because I know I am not going to be a giant sweaty mess.
Yeah, I think
15 minutes in, because literally that's what happens. Like, I just start dripping, and then
I think one of the hardest things of living in Florida is like, you're like, okay, today I'm going to feel cute. I'm going to do up my hair real nice. I've got this new shirt I want to put on, and the walk from the door to the car, you're already like drenched, and I feel like for me it's always I get a little happy face on my stomach, on my one on the tummy, one under the boobs, and I am always like, I'm always just like, well, that dream went out the window. So,
Exactly.
like,
I was cute for 5 minutes. If I'd only taken a picture before I stepped outside, it would have been great.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
exactly.
understand.
So I don't know about you. I mean, you are always fashionable. You're always
Bless you.
stylish. So I
Thank
feel like
you.
I was
Likewise.
very jealous of walking up, and I was like, look at you and your jean jacket and your cute outfit, and I was like, good. Like cool weather looks good on everybody. You know what I mean? But you just make it look stylish.
Bless you, Ryno. You are always fashionable as well. I mean, listen, we're from up north,
Yeah.
or more north than Florida, that's for sure. And so the first taste of fall, I am like, oh, I need a jacket. I need my little booties. I need to live for fall while it's here, because
Yeah.
it's only for a short time.
I don't know. I mean, it's no secret if you follow me on a personal level. Like I do clothing stuff for Box Lunch and Hot Topic and Her Universe, and they love to send me sweatshirts, which are great because honestly, like no sponsorship in this video, but like they are some of the softest sweatshirts I've ever, and they're always. They have a lot of really cool like tie-ins. Like there's a Star Wars one they just sent me that's like Anakin's cowl, and I was like, can't wait to take this baby out of the house. And I'm like, will I be able to? So in this last year, I have unmasked a collection of sweatshirts that I would use the word unhinged.
Oh.
So for me, walking in from the parking lot, I was thinking like, okay, I have a threshold of pants to shorts, like where it goes from, okay, I could do pants and it'll be comfortable. So like it's around 68 degrees, but there is a really good breeze today. And I was walking in and I was like, I could have worn pants. And I was like, I should have brought a sweatshirt to take out for the day, because I have some cute sweatshirts that are just like screaming to be worn.
So from now on, you take one of those cute little sweatshirts, the one you're most excited about, you put it on the front seat of the passenger seat.
That's
of
what I
the car,
gotta do, yeah.
And it's ready for you.
I like that. I did bring this one with me, like just in case. This is one of this is a Star Wars because we're at Hollywood Studios. So I was like, I feel like it was more in theme, but.
I love the colors.
I was like, it's still a bright pop, and it matched my shoes because I'm one of those people too. I have to match. I'm just
a good thing.
weird like that. I keep shaking your camera. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
But
You're fine.
yeah, so for me, I love to put on like that outfit, like that fun theme park outfit, and like I know it's a big in like California. They're really big. I feel like I see so many like everybody in that park is like super stylish, and I feel like. Not to say that we don't have super stylish people here in Florida, but it's like nice to be able to be a part of that because they don't have humidity, so must be nice.
Exactly, and that's the bummer about things like Dapper Day, because I want to be all dressed up and have layers and all that jazz, but typically on Dapper Day, I'm a sweaty mess. So absolutely.
That's in like there's two, right? Because there's one in like early
October. Spring and a fall.
Yeah, okay. And that's the thing. I'm always thinking like, I love to see people's outfits. I love it, and I just think. My God, you people must be so miserable in those outfits, though, because there are days where it'll be like 90 with like high humidity, and it's just it's like, I feel for them, I really do. So
but fall here at Walt Disney World, that's, if you get a little taste, I mean, sometimes we don't get fall till like February.
No, I know, right?
Like, it's much later in the season, but it's really nice to have it today, and I absolutely.
And the crazy thing is, like, I think the next 2 or 3 days we have like a high of 72 again. Like tomorrow on Tuesday. I mean, we're recording this on a Monday, so on a Tuesday we have a nice degree, and then Wednesday is even chillier. Like I think that night it might get down into the 50s. So I'm like, okay, do every hour I just rotate out the sweatshirts and do them, but
just go and keep them on a peg on the wall and just take one down and wear it
and just
let
it have its time to shine.
Exactly.
I still shop like I live in the north, so it's fine. Yeah,
I do too.
I like a layer, a flannel, a sweatshirt, a hoodie. Yeah,
but it's a good reminder if you're traveling down here in the fall, just to bring an extra layer with you, just in case. Just something that you can throw on, because I mean, you can tell here in the park who are the locals and who are the people who have traveled from up north, because we might have a layer on, or we might have jeans on, whereas everyone else is in t-shirt and shorts. But bring a layer with you, because you never know when you're going to have a day like this.
I think the gentleman that was in line, like a couple people in front of me inside of when I went to get everything, was maybe either a local or came to us from a hot climate, because he was definitely wearing park pajama pants with like another layer I could see poking out, and I was like, okay, he's very chilly right
Yes,
now. Like,
cheers to him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For making use of the PJ pants.
Yeah, it's funny because you always see those people that scrap together the outfit,
Yep.
and it's still funny because it'll a lot of times it's like stuff they buy in the park and stuff like that. But yeah, I totally agree. I definitely, I'm one of those people. I'm an anxious traveler,
Yes.
so especially like this time of year, I'm always like, well, you know, we're teetering on that. It's been a lot warmer in a lot of climates, but like you just said, I don't remember the last time that it was actually, there was a chill in the air before Halloween. I think it was like the year we lost Halloween, like 2020.
It was 2020.
Yeah,
It
and I was like, what a waste
Yeah.
of a day, you know? And I remember being like, this is the first time this has ever happened. So I'm all for this. Like, if hopefully this is like this on Halloween too, but that's the thing. I think like telling people to pack, like to just have that extra layer is such a smart thing. But anxiety packers like me, we're packing for the hottest day you've ever seen and the coldest day you've ever seen. You know,
Well, and you always have AC to contend with, and it's always
true
a bit
too,
chilly
yeah.
if you're sitting inside a table service restaurant. So for me, these days in the parks are just glorious because I know if you're traveling from up north, you want tropical warm weather
I know,
because
but
you're
us
on
here,
vacation, but it's definitely it's like being kissed on the cheek here. It's just a gorgeous day.
I feel like that's our annual pass like perspective. We live here and we're just like, please. And I'm like, we'll meet you halfway. I get that it's like 30 wherever you're coming from, but just give us something below 90.
Just
and it's just
something,
like,
a little something. But also, I mean, you know, when it's like this in the fall, I think we can enjoy like the Halloween ramp up a little bit more as well.
And the Christmas party right around the corner too. I feel like it makes that excitement because I feel like, you know, when you're going to the very first Mickey's Very Merry, which this year is November 9th, 2023, and then we have Jollywood Nights on November 11th right after that. Like both of those days, you know, and I think Jollywood Nights is like encouraging people to be like little dapper, right?
Yes.
And you're like, the last thing you want to do is start hearing Christmas music with like fake snow, and you'd be like in 100-degree heat, you know? Yeah.
I actually was thinking about that, you know, my outfit for Jollywood Nights, going, okay, so.
Do you have it picked out?
I do. I do.
See, I don't yet.
It's a gown.
Oh.
I'm wearing a gown, but it's, you know, but it's also easy breezy if I need it to be.
Yeah.
So.
Are you going? Is Brian going?
Yes.
Oh, you guys are gonna be so cute. I bet.
We'll just be.
Are you going the opening night?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
So the 11th.
I was like, I think I'm gonna be there as well. So I'll have to make sure we see each other.
Yes,
but
please.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do because I don't think I realized it was like the dapper. Like that we were supposed to dress up a little, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, I want to do something. I told myself, because you know me, I love Halloween, I love the spooky season, like, but I've made the promise that I will commit to like Christmas and the holiday season once Halloween Horror Nights ends, which is November 4th.
Okay.
November 5th, I will commit to the Christmas season.
Okay.
And I will stop. I won't be one of those people who's like, but I like Halloween better. I'm going to go in. I think it's going to be healthier to be like, let's embrace.
Yes.
So I don't know. I want something red, green. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, I love my high tops. You know, my high tops person. And I've got some red high tops.
Good. Okay.
I feel like I've got a green pair of pants. So I'm like, there's got to be something in here.
Yeah. Something like that.
So start working on
I was going to ask you, this might be a little off subject, but I think everything else you've said has been too.
Fine. Yeah.
So what are you for Halloween this year?
Okay, so I went to a Halloween party this last weekend, and I did my first ever, like, we'll call it sassy for this video.
Okay.
Like, you know, there's a joke in Mean Girls where they say, like, you know, Halloween is just an excuse for every girl to whatever.
Yes.
And that's true for the gays as well. And so I did my first one of those. So I had, because the party was on Saturday the 14th, I was thinking Friday the 13th. So I saw a Jason mask that had been, like, bedazzled at Party City. So I did a Jason mask, and I found, like, a silver glitter shirt, and I did, like, red, like, 80s, like, camper shorts with like red tube socks with like high tops, and I had a machete that was all bedazzled as well, and I got like this black and red like little harness that had a little extra, and I walked in, and of course it was the classiest Halloween party I've ever been to, and I was like, the one time
for the love of Halloween.
But on actual Halloween, because I am a specific, like, my Halloween costume is a separate costume than the other costumes. I'm gonna be, I think, the cover of the Haunted Mask, the Goosebumps book, which, by the way, if you are not, I know scary isn't your thing.
Yes.
But the Goosebumps show that just started on
It
Disney
looks
Plus
scary.
and Hulu, it legitimately, like, it's not terrifying, but it's way more mature than I expected it to be. So there was something in the second episode, because as of recording this, there's 5 episodes out and there's going to be 10 episodes. So this is going into November. But it's like, there was something that happened that was almost like a jump scare that I was just like, whoa, like, and
Is this not based off of a children's series?
well, and that's the thing. In the first episode, somebody breaks a bone and the bone's like out of the skin, and I'm like, so I'm
Check,
like,
please.
I'm watching it on Disney Plus too, and I was like, never in my life would I thought like, but it's good. But I'm going to be the cover of the original book. So the original book, which I just reread because I have a Goosebumps podcast I do, and I just restarted it. So I've been like, I just reread Haunted Mask, and honestly, it was a great read. I know it's a book for like 12-year-olds, but I loved it. I loved every second of it. And on the cover, it's a girl, Carly Beth, in overalls with a purple T-shirt, and she's holding up the mask like she's putting it on, but the mask like drooling. So I have the Haunted Mask, and I found a pair of overalls at Forever 21.
Oh my gosh.
And I have a purple T-shirt, so I think I'm gonna just like be that. But I think like I'm gonna like print out either like bring the book with me. I mean, the book's 30 years old, so like I'm worried about it falling apart.
Oh.
So I'm thinking about like maybe making like a, you know, like use a lanyard and print out a cover of it to wear the cover, and then so people know.
That's smart.
So you know,
So
I
they
can
get
wear
the
mask.
reference.
Yeah.
Love
And it's hard
that.
because you're like, oh, do I wear the mask or just hold the mask up? But so that's what I'm going to be. What do you do for Halloween?
Oh my
actually?
gosh, I don't know. Typically, I'm at home and I'll dress up. I'll put on one of my Her Universe dresses.
Yes, yeah.
And answer the door and
love that.
have fun, you know, passing out candy and all sorts of things.
Do you get
So
a
I
lot of
think-
trick-or-treaters in your neighborhood?
It's funny because we're in Celebration, you would think that we
Yeah.
would, but we're kind of off of the main sidewalk.
Yeah.
And so not as many kids come to our door specifically.
There is that area though, right? That what's it? Jeter
Jeter
Point.
Bend.
Yeah, Jeter Bend. Yeah, my friends live in that area, and I'm just like, that area is wild.
It is
wild.
a mob scene,
Yeah.
and if you live back there, you can't
How do you get to your house? Yeah, I was going to say the driving back there is
You
crazy.
don't.
But if you want to see, if you're visiting and you're here, I feel like within the week or two before Halloween, driving through Celebration, like people over there with the houses and the
Yes.
setups, it's crazy.
They had them going, some of them in August.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Up and running.
So Mickey's Not So Scary was
Exactly.
the marker start here.
That's
yeah.
it.
That's crazy. And I'm sure they do it for the holidays too. So that's why I'm
they
like,
do.
I want to see it. So I'm looking
cool.
forward to going. I want to check that out for sure. I get
ahead.
no trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood. I
Oh,
never
okay.
have. So I go to Craig's neighborhood.
Good for you.
And he lives in Winter Garden. So like, but his neighborhood's kind of similar to Celebration in that like they go all out. Like,
Awesome.
so there are crazy like house displays and everything like that. And so like I've
Okay.
been just like mooching off of him and being like, can I come sit on your porch? Like, I
Good.
promise I won't bother you. And now with the baby and everything, I'm like, I want to go. So I think I'm going to go over there. That's
Good.
my like holiday tradition right now. And so, yeah. But
Love that. What about the parks for you in the fall?
the parks, so like, I was going to say, do you have like when the weather hits like this, do you have like a favorite treat or beverage that you're looking forward to? Because I feel like this chill in the weather, like I feel like it immediately in my head, I'm like, in Germany and Epcot,
Yes.
you can get glow wine, and that's like a hot wine, and like,
Yep.
and I only learned about it a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and it's like a mulled wine, but it's like, it's really good, but you want it when you're like chilly because it'll like heat up your core immediately.
I mean, listen, I'm someone who will drink hot coffee round the year. It does not matter how hot it is outside. So I will be able to stop and really savor it when it's colder.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you should be outside with a hot beverage. You feel like you should be outside with something comforting and warm to eat.
Yeah.
So I had the carrot cake cookie on my mind this morning.
Yeah.
We're here in Hollywood
Yeah,
Studios.
the signature snack, right?
And how fall is that?
I know,
Look
I
at
love,
those
yeah.
flavors.
I mean, carrot cake is a borderline a spice cake.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at with that sort of a thing, and that it's just so good. Like, I'm going home to Massachusetts for my grandfather's 90th birthday, and I have like bookmarked a bunch of where I'm like, okay, it better be chilly up there. I swear to God.
Let's hope.
Yeah, so I am like ready. I've like bookmarked a bunch of like fall like drinks, recipes I want to make where I'm like, we're there. I'm never there this time of year, never in October.
Yes.
For years I haven't been, and so I'm so excited to be going up there, but it's like, I'm trying to think of those things to bring with me, you know, up that way that we've learned here, you know, or you in passing and whatever, but I need to know, I thought about this a second ago, what are your feelings on eggnog?
Oh, Ryno, bless you. I know that you love it.
I feel like I remembered you did not like it.
I don't like it. What in the world is it?
What's your like holiday go-to, like Christmas season?
It's a peppermint mocha.
Oh, okay. I will allow it because I do love peppermint.
Yeah, it's a peppermint mocha. It's anything minty. I love mint and chocolate together.
Yeah.
I discovered that during the pandemic. Really love mint and chocolate.
Listen, the peppermint stick like ice cream that comes out this time of year, I'm like, why aren't you making this all year with the chunks
Brian
of
loves
peppermint in it?
that stuff.
I love it. Love it. Oh my God, yeah.
So that's my favorite. But I know as soon as I think a couple years ago, I saw it for the first time. I saw the eggnog at Publix, and I sent you a picture of it, like, heads up,
my
it's
time
out.
has come.
Because it was like October, and they had eggnog.
Every now and then at the Target near where I live, they'll have an eggnog. I don't know who puts it out, if it's like TG Lee or whoever it is, because I know it's different brands everywhere. But like, they'll do the pumpkin spice eggnog that's in like, it has a jack-o'-lantern on it. And I'm just like, I literally went to look for it a couple days ago. They don't have it yet near me. So I was, because I don't know, it was like the change in the weather, and I was like, maybe?
I need some eggnog.
Yeah.
Is that your very favorite?
That is, you know what it is? It reminds me, I think it's just a love of like, at like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and in where I was from in Massachusetts specifically, there was a brand called Hood. That was like and they had a golden eggnog, and that one was the one that was like, my grandfather always made sure it was on the table. There was always in their house. It was always whatever, and it was always like he'd pour the glass, and be like, "Why don't you have eggnog?" You know. And so like it's one of those drinks that like it just makes me feel connected to them a little bit, and and they're still with me as of recording this. So
right.
you know, and I just love having those sort of things that are still. We don't have that brand readily available here, and so like when I go home, I always try to make sure I'm like, I'll go to the grocery store like the day I get there, the second I get there, and I'm like, we have to have the eggnog in the fridge, and it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, God, I can't drink a whole glass of it because it feels like your arteries are stopping while you drink it.
I'm sure.
But it has
so
that
thick.
sort of like connective tissue where you're like, oh, I love it. And it just makes it's literally like nostalgia in a glass for me.
I love that.
So I'm always interested to see like how, you know, if you're not an eggnog person, like what the thing is like that kind of brings you through that. And you know, it's crazy. It's like Disney parks, I know, can provide a lot of that for people because, you know, it's a lot of people who come for like food and wine this time of year or festival of the holidays or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, actually speaking of, we should talk about candlelight. Because I haven't talked to you since they announced the narrators.
Yes.
Like, who are you excited for? Is there anybody you're like, I'm banging the door down to go?
I'm excited that Brendan is coming.
I know.
Like,
okay, I already made a park pass for every day that he's here. And I was like, I'm going at least one of those days. Like, I have to.
I mean, he is legit. Like, what in the world did we do to get him to go?
I mean, it's one of those two where you're like, oh, the Disney family, and I'm like, like what? George of the Jungle?
Yeah,
that was it, right?
Like,
and I'm like, So I'm like, I don't know what. And who was the person who was like, I want to know what the meeting was backstage where somebody went, okay, you know, reaching out to people to get them, and they were like, I've got a long shot, Brendan Fraser.
And you got to shoot your shot, right? I mean, that's pretty impressive. That
I mean, whoever got it, I hope they got a promotion because I think
Yeah.
that's going to be a big get.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you land, Brendan.
Is Brian singing in the choir?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he is. He'll be back again this year. He's in rehearsals now, and they have, depending on if you've been in the candlelight processional before or not, you have less rehearsals than those who haven't, and so this is like his 7th 7th or 8th year.
Oh my gosh, wow. I didn't know he did it
Something
that
like that.
long.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's if we talk about holiday traditions, it's one of my very favorite holiday traditions is to go. I don't even have, like, I want to see it. You know, because I like to watch it from the way back.
Me too,
I can
yeah.
stand at the back.
Because you get the whole thing, yeah.
I just want to see him in the processional proceed in with the choir. So I'll go and sit next to the American Adventure Pavilion on that little brick wall.
Oh, yeah.
I'll sit there and just wait for them to march out. And he's on the shorter side. And so he's one of the first to march out typically. And so I get to watch him march out in his green robe with all his other cast members and wave to him or wink at him. And then that's it.
I mean, I saw him last year because Simu Liu was performing, and Brian was like right behind him.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I made sure to snap pictures of him. And I was thinking about him because I know Simu is coming again.
Yes,
and that's why I was like, okay. And he was a good narrator. And
Who are you most excited about?
I think Brendan Fraser too.
Yeah.
Like I made those park passes right away, and then like obviously I think I want to go for Simu again.
Yes.
But there's like some good, like Sterling K. Brown I love too.
Exactly.
I've been a fan of his for like when nobody knew who he was. I was like that guy from Supernatural because he was in a bunch of episodes of Supernatural. So it's one of those where I was like, I think I'd like to really make time to be able to see his this year.
Yep.
For sure. And then there's another Law and Order person though too. I don't think of him as Law and Order, but there was like 2 Law and Order. Mariska's not here this year. She was here last year, and I kind of regret not seeing that one, just because my best friend, literally I called her on the way here because I was like anxiety riddled about something, and I was like, I know I never call you, no one's dead, and I'm not sick, but I'm like,
everything's
fine. I was like, I just have to speak this out because it won't make sense in text message.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm just watching Law and Order, and I was like, big surprise. Like, but that's their like comfort show, so it's
awesome.
always
I
on.
love
But
that.
yeah. But that's where I'm like, I know there's other. I think it's Courtney Vance.
Yeah.
Courtney B. Vance is here, and I'm like, is he married to Angela Bassett?
I think he is.
Yeah, because they were at the Oscars together, and I was like, what?
No, I think they're
a
married.
Powerhouse of acting
I know,
that house
right?
is. It's insane. But
I loved when she came and narrated Candlelight.
I know,
That
and
was
she was another one
amazing.
where I was like, I wish, because sometimes I'm just not here when the big names. Not that everybody isn't a big name, but you know. Yeah. Well, I feel like there was one more question I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Before I was like, we can eat our charcuterie, and I lost it. It was literally, it was while we were talking about eggnog and thing. I need to know treats that you're excited for in the holiday season right now.
Oh my gosh, this is a tough one. I want all the new treats. To be honest, like in this park right now, Halloween treats. There are no new Halloween treats.
Yeah, I know. It's a
They're
bummer, right?
all the same from last year. So I covered all of those last year, and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing another video because this is the same treat literally as last year. So I would love something new and inventive and fun. I would assume with the hard ticket party, Jollywood Night's coming.
Yeah.
We're going to have some party exclusive
I
snacks,
hope so.
right?
Yeah.
And then some snacks that are here during the day. I hope that they get as inventive with the day snacks as they are with the Jollywood Nights.
Yeah, I hope so. I feel like we did, like when you and I came, I don't know if it had to be like 2 years ago at least now.
Yeah.
But like we did the reindeer, was it like reindeer mousse or something like that? It was something peanut butter and crunchy.
It was,
And I'm like, there's things like that where I'm excited for that. But yeah, I don't know that there's a Halloween snack that's like readily available in any one of the parks necessarily right now that I was like, oh, I'm excited about it, you know?
No, and the ones I tried at the party, I don't know about you, but the ones I tried at the Halloween party, were very lackluster.
You had the ones, I feel like you got some of the ones I wanted because you did the one with the fingers and the pudding, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you were like, no, I don't really like it.
No, the pudding was better than the fingers. The finger, one of them fell apart between the cashier and the table because they were so, like if a wind blew on them, they would crumble.
Because the whole point I thought was the finger, you're supposed to use it and then like the witches,
And I tried it in the video. I went to do this and it fell apart. And I went, okay, no, we're not doing that.
I went back to the party, like speaking of that Halloween party, I went back there and with Craig and Kylie and Baby, and we had we had a couple of snacks that we hadn't had before. So I had there was like a Pop-Tart thing that was at the Golden. Where do they serve the McDonald's French fries? You know what I'm talking about?
The Golden Outpost.
Yes, yeah. That will forever be the French fry, like whatever. But there was a
Golden
Pop-Tart there that was like jalapeno, strawberry, whatever. It was okay.
Okay.
It was the thing that we had that was like really, really good though was at the Friar Nooks. Like there was bratwurst tots. There was a bratwurst that we had, and then there was a buffalo chicken empanada, and I don't love buffalo chicken because I feel like it's usually heavy on like Tabasco and like vinegar flavor. But this was delicious.
Really?
Delicious, yeah. So if you're watching this video and you're going back to the party, I recommend the Friar Nooks area. Yeah. And stuff where you just thought, it's going to be okay. Like, so good. Everything there was delicious.
Wild.
Delicious. So,
okay.
yeah, highly recommend that. But
that's good.
I'm excited. I mean, I know as of doing this, I don't think they've really released any information about any of the upcoming snacks or anything, but yeah.
Not yet. But what do you like to have the most? Like holiday seasonal
I think I'm with you.
stuff.
I think I'm always on the lookout for something really like pepperminty, like definitely peppermint. Anything eggnog, 100%, no question. Like those are the two flavors where I'm into.
What's the drink that Eli's made? Is it coquito?
Coquito, yes, which is like the Puerto Rican eggnog.
Okay.
So it's a little more like, speaking like viscously, it's a little lighter than eggnog.
Okay.
It's more coconut. It's coconut thing. So I would say that if you're somebody who doesn't like eggnog, because I know a lot of people use it as like saying like, oh well, it's like, you know, Hispanic eggnog, Puerto Rican eggnog. Like, I don't think that's a fair description of it.
Okay.
So I would be like, I think they just think that because they have it in the holiday season. So I would recommend like you give that a try.
Okay.
However, a lot of times I think traditionally, I didn't know that eggnog was served with alcohol until I was much older, until I lived in Florida. A lot of times. Like people will be like, oh, you've been drinking too much eggnog. And I was like, how does one drink too much eggnog? And I was like,
literally
I didn't know. Yeah, because I literally, and honestly, I don't actually like alcoholic eggnog ever, except for the one thing that I miss forever and always is going to be the Shipyard eggnog beer that they had at Epcot. And they have an eggnog beer the last 2 years that just doesn't cut it.
Really?
An eggnog white porter, and it pours dark. What white porter pours dark? I don't understand that. And it doesn't taste anything like eggnog. But the one that Shipyard had made, it was just like, oh my God, it tasted like a sugar cookie.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, it was so good, so good. That's my like forever I'll be sad that I can't get it ever again sort of a drink, but
because I know Epcot's had that coquito.
Yeah, they do. Yes,
holidays?
they have. Yes,
okay.
Yeah. They've had it for the last couple of years for sure. Yeah, but because I'm always like, oh, I like coquito. Like, my downstairs neighbors made it for me, but they don't live there anymore. So now I'm like, bummer. They would always give me like a bottle. I'm like,
no.
Because you got it. That's something you want, like somebody made, for you. So yeah, but well, cool. Well, I feel like we should enjoy our charcuterie board.
Yes, we have an entire charcuterie
But Deni,
board
let me
here.
ask you this. Since you're not with us here at the DIS anymore, where could we watch what you do?
Well,
still snacking on those snacks?
I am snacking on those snacks. You can absolutely find me at my channel, which is Deni Sunderly. So DeniSunderly. I had to stop and think about how to spell
How do you spell your name?
I'm not sure. I need to have some food,
I was going to say it's how it sounds, but you were.
So come and hang out with me. I'm snacking and doing all sorts of things. There's Disneyland Paris stuff on there since my hubby and I got to go over there.
Oh my God, I want to watch all that stuff. Yeah.
It was chef's kiss amazing.
Yeah, that was so cool. That was you look like you just had the time of your life over there.
We really did. When you think you're never going to, and the same here, like when I lived far away from Walt Disney World, when you think about a place that you want so badly to be, when you're actually there, it's just like you just want to pinch yourself the entire time. You absolutely cannot believe it. It was like,
how was the weather there? I know that's such a weird.
It was nice. It was really nice, and the days, like we had so much daylight. Summer in Paris, it's light until like 9:15, 9:20.
Oh wow! I didn't know. I had no
So
idea.
you are living your best life.
Was the food delicious too?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
My mom said you won't eat something that you don't enjoy in Paris because she's been there and done that. And my mom doesn't pass out compliments heavy-handedly. So I knew when she said that, I thought, oh, holy crap, it's going to be amazing. And it was.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm awesome. I'm so happy you got to go there.
Yay,
yeah. And just checking off those one park at a time.
I know.
You went to Disneyland for the first time. Now, what's the next? If you had to pick one, what's the next one that you'd want to go?
Oh my gosh. For me, I think Tokyo Disney Sea. I just hear so many amazing things about it.
I think that's on my bucket list of okay, you can pick one international park. Where are you going?
Yeah.
I'm I think Tokyo Disneyland, over there, because everybody speaks so highly of the seas and the other part, and it's just so you have two parks, and it's just the whole thing there. I'm
Absolutely.
So, well, cool. Well, let's dive into our charcuterie board.
Let's do it. Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, that was a fun conversation.
It was.
I feel like I said that sarcastically, but I mean it. Sorry.
But I mean it.
Yeah, I did mean it. I do mean it. I do mean it. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me. It was so much fun.
It was. I'm so happy. This weather's amazing.
I wanted to get up on my tippy toes.
I know. I'm
next
sorry.
to you, Ryno.
This is now. You know what it feels like to do a video next to Craig.
I need a box. Oh, I know. That Craig used to have to crouch down so far down with me.
Should have made it wider. There we go. Now we look a little closer tonight.
Hey,
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Well, cool. Well, thank you. I mean, it's always you and I often will meet here and enjoy ourselves, and that's what we like the vibe here.
Yes.
So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better than baseline.
And so that's it. I like the idea of just having a conversation with friends about Disney at a place that we enjoy at Disney.
Yep.
So that's going to do it for this episode of whatever I'm calling this now, whether it's Baseline Babes or Tap House Talks. I don't know.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah. And you know what? Go to the chat right now, and there's a survey. Answer that. Okay, there's the survey. No, there's no survey. I'm sorry. I keep doing that joke, and it's terrible. But no, I'd be curious to get feedback on that. So whatever people like more. But yes, comments, questions, concerns, anything like that in the comment section. If you like the video, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, of course, and don't forget about Dreams Unlimited Travel when planning your next Walt Disney World vacation. That is going to do it for me. I am going to just go sit at my patio when I'm done editing this, I think. Yeah.
Very good.
What are you going to do?
Should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Soak in this wonderful weather.
No, it's gorgeous.
Treasure it.
Walk around the neighborhood without sweating.
Yes, yeah. First for me. So.
For real.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, cool.
Very good.
Awesome.
Yay. How fun. What a fun way to spend an afternoon.